Hey guys, today I am going to give you a tour of Barren River Lake Resort State Park. Yes, that is like the longest name ever, but it is the name of this place. So I'm going to give you an e-bike tour of the campground. While I'm riding, I'm going to have Valerie put in a map of the campground so that you can kind of see how it's laid out. This is really convenient to Bowling Green and Glasgow. It's kind of right between the two of them. Give the e-bike tour on my new electric e-bike and let us know what you think. Alright guys, so here we are, Barren River Campground, giving you Jarrett's bike riding tour. So, as you can kind of tell, this campground is on a hill. Best I can tell, go this way. All the sites seem fairly level, left to right, but front to back, you know, pretty steep. So like here's site 35, and it's actually on a pretty good sized hill. So if you're going to bring a camper in here, you'd almost have to set it all the way to the front. Sites 1 through 9. Have full hookups, 50 amps, that's it. Everything else is 30 amps, water and electric. So, pretty nice campground. It's not real expensive. I think I paid $75 for 2 nights, maybe. I don't know how much I have to pay for it. I'll tell you here in a minute. Here we are at Barren River Lake State Resort Park Campground. This is a state-run campground, so I rode my bike out to the entrance so you can kind of see what's going on with it. Coming in with your camper, it's actually, just shifted gears, it's actually pretty easy to get in and out of. The roads are pretty good. You don't have to go very far in here, and you'll see the camping area sign up here on your left. It's really nice. It's a really nice day. It's coming in. These guys are pretty nice. We booked this site last minute. He said they're going to repave this in July, 3 weeks. So if you haven't checked in yet, make sure you stop and get your check-in. Now I will say this campground is on a pretty good sized hill, so I'm going to cruise down the hill here a little bit. Great Scott! I've hit 88 miles an hour. Joking, I'm doing like 25, 26. Alright. E-bikes are the way to go, guys. Just gonna tell you. It's actually a really pretty campground. And like I said, we got in last night. It was pretty quiet. So it one thing I do like about state parks is, you know, they're always friendly. It's just kind of, I don't say, I mean, everybody's in their glampers, but well, there's some tent camping going on out there too. This is old school type camping. There's the camp host there. These sites here don't seem to be too bad. I don't know the numbers on them. I'll go down around the other side and get them. Pull it up to like we actually look at one of those. Alright, so there's a Integra. That's probably the biggest camper in there. Alright, so all these 139s here are 50 amp full hookup sites. So they all have series. These are actually really hard to get. But if you're not in a, besides where that Integra's at, and kind of maybe 5 and 6 and 8, they're pretty level. You can get a bigger rig in there pretty easy. Hey, and then we've got, so that was 139 through there. Oops, sorry. There's your dump station. There's 2 dump stations on this property. Ooh. Alright, here we go. '80s. Kind of on the ground. Trail there goes somewhere. Alright. So these sites here, these are in the 80s. 81 to like 89. They've got a crown in them, so if you're coming in here with a camper, it's got a lot of levelability front to back. You can get into it. Like with some of these sites, you're either going to have to park over the crown or and get level that way. So I mean, it takes some. It can be done. A little ingenuity. The whole thing doesn't have to be level. It's got to be kind of level. So, follow us down the golf cart. So like 24 through 53, their approaches are actually not level. But you can get level in here pretty easy. You pass the man with a golf cart. So they tried to put us in this one last night. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at this approach, you could get level here pulling in. It's a pretty good, I don't know if the GoPro shows this or not, but it's a pretty good incline. But if you put your camper, that's 35 there, if you put your camper all the way to the front of it, it would be, I don't like this mount. I got on my bike. I actually just need a different stick for my GoPro. So this is down here kind of where we're at. I'm gonna show you another one here. So this has got a kind of a crown on it, but you can get level with it. You just have to watch what you're doing. This is 44, 43. You could probably get. It's got this big curve in it. You got opposing slides. You might have some issues with this one. And then we'll go down here. So what's really neat about this, we're actually on Barren River, so I'm gonna show you. We're in the site. 51A wouldn't be bad. These two sites here, 34 and 35 are super level. If you had a bigger camper, 39 and restaurant up here. 39 and 40 are level. So if you were up here on those two, 41 would be good. 42 also good. It wouldn't take much to get level. Then back up here, it's 43. It's got a big curve in it. It'd be kind of hard. But this whole campground is on a hill. So some of these guys have pretty decent like yards. That's probably our biggest gripe about our site, our 51A, is as soon as you come off the steps, you go up a hill. So there's no place to put a hey Valerie. There's no place to put a awning mat. But say we're right here, and then here's the lake. So we're going to get our kayaks out here after a while. Cactus Creek maybe. Yeah, looks nice down here. We're downshift. That continues my campground tour of Barren River Lake Resort. Oh, I'm on a hill. Thank God for e-bikes. Anyway, so we're in 51A, and like I was telling you guys earlier about the site that we're in, it's actually not a bad site. But if you go up through here, you can kind of see, like, we have no place really for an awning mat, and it's like no level place right next to the camper. All of our all of our breakfast area is up the hill at the picnic table. It's not bad. It does have a shade tree. So as far as like leveling this thing, it wasn't a big of a deal. It's kind of like I was telling you guys earlier, we do have a crown in our campsite, and most of these campsites do have a crown. So if you're in a travel trailer or fifth wheel where you got a lot of level front to back, you're in pretty good shape. But we were only like a 1/4 inch off on the pad left to right, which was kind of nice. So I didn't have to get any of the tier shape jack things that I've used years ago on our first camper out. We just had to level it front to back, and it worked out pretty well. So one thing I do like, guys, and I had these on I've had these before, is these X chocks. They go between your wheels. They really take the rock front, where it rocks forwards and backwards out. These things still bounce, which is something we're kind of getting used to. But I like these particular ones because and we'll put a link in the description below, but they have this deal here where you can just put a 13mm socket on it, and it will let you, you know, you don't have to put a ratchet on it. It's a lot faster. You just run it in with a drill. So this kind of concludes our campground tour of Barren River State Park. Hope this was somewhat helpful. If you're coming in here, welcome to Kentucky. You're close to our hometown. This campground was our maiden voyage for our Sporttrek.
Likes and dislikes from what we discovered in our first 2 days in the Sporttrek.
Don't forget to check out that video. We'll let you know what we thought of it after our first night. Our likes and dislikes as far as that goes. Also, like and subscribe. I really appreciate that when you guys do that. And we'll talk to you next time.